Houston's offense, but preventing the big play. Where does that rank on the list of things, particularly after Air Force was able to hit a couple against you?
Yeah, and they're a team, Gene, that thrives on big plays. You know what I mean? They do a really good job, but they're really patient. They take what you give, whatever you give them, they're going to take. And they can hurt you in so many different ways and so many different facets, so many different players. I mean, it's a huge concern for us, and we're still trying to look at the tape to see ways to stop them because, like I said, from Oklahoma on, nobody's been able to stop them.
Is it kind of just a matter of trying to keep everything in front of you like, you like to do generally?
Yeah, but we got to take some shots too. You know what I mean? We can't just sit back the whole time. We got to pick our spots and try to come after them. But, you just kind of roll the dice with that guy in the backfield because if you miss him, either he's going to throw it deep or if not, if you miss him, he's going to run forever. So, but we got to take our shots too.
Yeah. How do you? Yeah, you mentioned a little bit. How do you find the balance between going after him and kind of staying back?
I don't know if there's anything analytical or anything. You just got to get to the game. You do your due diligence and you do your preparation and you get all your reports. But they got reports too, and they got coaches too. So you just try to go to the game and see maybe something's working. Try to keep them off balance, but you just got to wait and see.
So obviously I think you ranked 78th total offense in the country. Rushing, you're down to 16th. Not the numbers you expect, but I would imagine that you figure that Ashley Ingram, Ivan Jasper, the rest of the offensive staff, they know how to figure it out?
Actually, I fired them. We got a whole new staff coming in. We decided to start from scratch, and just got a whole new staff. I mean, we've been through this a long time. Just part of the deal. I mean, the best coach that's ever coached football, is Bill Belichick. They got shut out.
Shut out.
Yeah.
So just
you have those days, right?
Man, it is what you tip your hat to them. Air Force had a good plan. They played well. Sometimes you get your butt whipped. When you play long enough, there's a reason, in the NBA Finals, that they play 7 games. You win one game, you lose one game. It's part of sports. You just got to move on.
Well, first and foremost, after you reviewed the Air Force tape, is there anything different you saw on tape that you didn't see from the press box that day?
No, it's a bad day for us and a good day for them. I give them credit. They got after us. They're very physical. And again, we had 2 early drives that we could have cashed in and we even didn't get it done. But it's a bad day for us. And got back, watched the film. Made the corrections. Now we moved on.
Right. It's unaccustomed to see Navy ranked 78th in total offense at 4 or 5 games in the season. You're a little higher. How do you get things? Because I don't know that it's really quite clicked yet. And not forget the Air Force game, but even in Tulane and Connecticut, you had some good drives, but then there were some times when you didn't move the ball. It doesn't seem like it's quite hitting on all cylinders yet. Would that be fair to say?
It'd be fair to say that. Again, we've gotten in the red zone and shot 7 foot a couple of times. But again, when you have young guys, and quarterbacks making his first starts, things like that are going to happen, but again, it's a long season. It's a long season, with a lot more football to be played. We're just going to get better and better, and again, we're going to get more reps in practice, get more game reps, and as the year goes along, we'll get better. I'm confident in that.
You had mentioned a week or 2 ago that you thought the tight formation at this time was your best formation. Why did you say that?
Because it gives so many more options. We can throw out of it, we can run out of it, we have a power game out of it. Again, it's where Keenan scored a lot of those touchdowns he had over his career. But over the years, it's been a great formation for us. Because we can run our offense out of it, and again, have a lot of power plays out of it, and be able to throw out of it as well. So it's clear for us defensive wise. They got to balance up towards the formation. It helps the quarterback out with what he sees. So again, it's been great for us. It's going to continue to be great for us. We're not going to change it. We're going to, we still have other formations that we can get in. Again, just got to keep playing and keep getting better.
Shows how much I know. I thought that part of the reason you went into a tight formation is when teams load up the box, it was the best way to get more people in there to block them. That's not really. It's not them dictating to you necessarily.
No, not at all. It's a good formation for us. And again, we made a lot of hay in that formation. So we're going to keep on doing it. And again, we have tons of other formations that we can do. Tons of other formations. So we're going to continue to use it. Make teams defend it. Again, we do a lot of it. So I'm pretty sure people have planned for it. We're going to also get in other formations too, and be able to move the football.
When you go tight and the receivers are not on the perimeter, does it limit how much you can run the perimeter element of the option with the pitch, or no?
No.
You just block it differently?
No, just block it differently. Now teams are going to be more aggressive. When you get tight, you kind of bring other guys into the game. But we work it enough to where we can block the perimeter the same as we'll if we're spread out. So just a matter of, just repping it, and guys just blocking on the perimeter. There's a lot of want to. You got to want to go out there and get your guy blocked. And again, we do enough of it to be good at it. Our kids are good at it. And again, a lot more football to be played. Right now we're not, playing very well. Consistent, I should say, very consistent. But there's been some lights. Some light here and there. And again, we're going to continue to work hard and get better as the season goes on.
Obviously, I know a lot of it had to do with the way Air Force played, but only 3 pitches in the Air Force game. And I thought if they're inside, maybe you would take it outside and try to exploit the fact that they're one-on-one out there. But what prevented you from doing a little more pitch element on Saturday?
Again, but it's you got to take what they give you. Their philosophy is to try to keep the ball off the perimeter.
Okay.
We had ways,
So they press the.
Yeah, we had ways to design to get the ball out there. Like I said on Saturday, didn't execute it. And didn't get it done. So again, game plan wise, that is my responsibility. I take sole responsibility for our game plan. It wasn't as effective as the year before. So again, but it's behind us. What's done is done. Now we got to move on.
Clearly, Will gives you the best chance to win, but is there any thought to using Malcolm Perry occasionally just because he brings a little different element, a little more speed and quickness, just to throw him out there as like a situational change of pace?
No, we've talked about, Zach's the next guy that's going to play.
Zach Abey.
It's better, more physical, good runner, but again, just his physicality, his build, we can do a lot with Zach,
Right.
He's been getting a lot of reps this week. There's a possibility that we might put him in this weekend, to see how if things are going, not going great, might give him a serious, kind of get things going,
But he's the next man up.
maybe change it. He's the next man up. I mean,
Right. Malcolm's still got some things to learn.
some things to learn, and again, little ways to go.
Situation. I think that, the first game, Chris High went crazy, 176 yards, but really since then, there's not been a whole lot of production out of him or his backups. Is it just nothing there?
I mean, there's a lot of factors in there. I think their kids are playing hard. I think all 3 of those guys are preparing the right way, and it's just a matter of getting the opportunity like we did in the first game. I mean, when the opportunity is there, we need to be ready to take it. And, I don't think anybody rushed real well last week. We haven't played in a couple of weeks, so now it's time to turn it back on. We gotta establish the fullback so that the rest of the offense can continue to hit on all cylinders like it needs to in order for us to compete here in the American Athletic Conference.
Well, that is where it really starts. If you can get that fullback going, it just helps all the other elements.
Yep.
And so that is crucial. Is that something you guys really take to heart in that room?
Oh yeah, obviously in the room, but also in the staff room, in the O-line room. That's where this thing starts. The whole offense comes off of establishing the inside run game, then the quarterback run game, and then the A-back run game on the perimeter. If all 3 things are hitting that week, we're going to be really hard to stop. If you can eliminate 1 or 2 of those things, then obviously we become a little bit more one-dimensional, and then you have to do some other things to try and open up those opportunities for them.
Right. Obviously, there wasn't much in the running game, but one play that did stand out was when Sean White took a quick pitch, kind of an option pitch, and basically barreled over about 3 or 4 tacklers, gained 8-9 yards, a lot of it on his own.
Right.
How's Sean coming along?
Yeah,
I know he's starting to progress.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the way he's playing lately. He's been getting better since camp. He had a little setback in camp, and since then he's done a really nice job of, continuing to grow in the classroom and then being able to take the classroom onto the field. I'm very pleased with his level of preparation, his level of attention to detail, things like that. And so now those things are starting to translate onto the field for him as far as playing time, but also in production.
Right, but Chris High is still ahead of him overall, obviously.
Yeah, I think so. Chris is our number 1 guy right now until something drastic changes. He brings some things to the table that we're looking for, and he continues to play really, really hard, and we're really pleased with the way he's playing.
So you'd like to see Chris High rush for 180 yards again this weekend?
That would be awesome. I'll take 180 yards any week. If the fullbacks are running for 180 a game, we're going to be pretty tough to stop.
I think we were a lot higher till this past week. Obviously, we didn't play very well out there. Then we got in a situation where we had to throw the ball late in the game. So, minus one game, we did okay, but obviously you can't minus 1 game. So I think we're doing okay. I had been pleased with the line play, and I thought we'd got the fullback established up until this last football game, and obviously one of our bigger games of the year, and we went out there and we didn't play very well.
Is anything in particular that they were doing to kind of overwhelm your blocking schemes? I mean, clearly they were breaking in the backfield. There was a couple times
Right.
when Will was trying to take the ball down the line. He gets tackled from behind. He
Right.
couldn't even get the pitch element going. Anything in particular they were doing?
Nothing they haven't done against us the last few years. Really the same, probably exact game plan that they've played probably the last 3 years, and they did a good job with it. Not to take anything away from them, we just didn't play well. We didn't have the kind of intensity level that we've played with up to this point. Didn't really ever get anything established, so obviously probably with play calling there was no confidence to continue to run some of those plays. So first, probably give them credit, and then on our part, I just don't think we executed very well.
So how important is it starting this week to get things clicking the way you're accustomed? I mean, we know when this offense
Right.
is really hitting on all cylinders, everything's working. You get the
Right.
fullback established, and all of a sudden you're taking it outside and getting some chunk yardage with either the quarterback keep or the pitch. How big would it be to get that going this week against this team where if you keep that offense off the field, it probably helps?
Yeah, we need to get it going, and it'd be big, and obviously with what we do on offense, we better play well up front if we're going to have a chance. And obviously against a team like this, we don't want to be 3 and out and giving them the ball consistently over and over. We need to move the chains, and they're very talented on defense as well. So we've got our work cut out for us, but without a doubt, it's huge. We've got to get ourselves going.
So I'm guessing, I mean, I know you guys have offensive staff meetings. I'm presume on Monday you guys really got back to work, you and Ivan, and I'm sure that you all get together and brainstorm about what has to
Right.
be done to get things fixed, right?
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, we essentially meet as an offensive staff the entire time, so we're not a big breakout and do separate things. Everything's kind of discussed and open and game plan together and try to figure out what we need to do to get it going.